Hello everybody, welcome back to the Limit of Adhesion and the final round of Season 3 in the Formula Renault 2.0. My name is Gareth and joining me once again in commentary is Jools. Jools, how you doing?
Great, thanks Gareth, how are you?
Yeah, excellent, thank you mate. So let's take a look at the championship. David Lyon confirmed as champion, 174 points from Rob Miller, the vice champion on 145, Mark Tranter in third on 106. James Garlick in 96 points and looking to try and steal that third place from Tranter. Gavin Kelly sitting in fifth place with Paul Dixon in sixth. Just heard Ollie Walker on transmit there, but nothing coming through. So, 32 drivers in the championship across the season. It's immense, isn't it, Jules?
Yeah, and it's been a long old championship, and we've seen a lot of drivers take part.
Yeah. But it's been fantastic and hugely entertaining. So we just wait to get the teams championship decided in this race then. Little and Large on 179 from the A team on 170. But controversially, David Lyon deciding not to race in this race. Apparently still celebrating his championship victory. Apparently quite drunk.
Yeah, well it of course eliminates the prospect of him losing it by making a mistake and getting a penalty, which is the only way he could lose it currently. So yeah, he's going to watch the race and enjoy a beer and hope that Jones can score the team points for him.
Yes, Gary Jones returning to the SIT Championship for this final round. Then let's take a look at the practice results. Rob Miller on top with a 53.564. Josh Kanema from the ETM second, just 0.025 behind, and 0.041 Gavin Kelly. That is so close between those top three, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and all the way down to the top, 10, 11, 12?
Yes.
Within 7 tenths?
Yes, amazing stuff. So this is Lime Rock we're racing at. We've raced there for the last 2 seasons, but this one time we are using both the chicanes. So there's the tight one at the bottom of the hill and then the one at the top of the hill as well, which will make for a very interesting race. Let's take a look at the grid. Gavin Kelly on pole position, 53.443. Hoping to right the wrongs of last season. Rob Miller second on the grid from Merin Hugavin on third. Richard Santana, fresh from his win at Summit Point, was in fourth place.
Good luck, guys.
Tony Hankin from the Little and Large team saying good luck, and Sam stopped, but nothing coming through from him. He's down in 15th place on the grid there. You can see him. And we've also got his teammate Tur Malarin, who's in this race as well.
And there's the gnome, which we all love.
Yeah. The adorable gnome. So cars appearing on the grid then, ready to start this race.
It's going to be interesting. It's not really a track that's suited to these cars in hindsight, but we'll see what happens.
Yes, indeed. So next season, is it a full season of paid for tracks? So premium content, I guess you could say.
It's up there, I think. It's mostly like F1 tracks, as far as I can recall.
Yeah, so not racing on these sort of, should we say, B-grade tracks such as Lime Rock and things, because they're not exactly premium tracks in the real world, are they, these days?
No.
Too small. So there's Gavin Kelly on pole position then in the Stupid Aguri, and he's away. No lights this week, so good start from him. Look at that, that's Hugavin attacking to the end side, but here comes Garlick as well in third. Miller looking to the outside of Kelly, but nothing doing. He stays in second place then, so looks like all of them the same way, apart from Namath, who's just plummeted to the back. There's a few drivers who are having issues down below. Now we're looking at Roberto Costa then, that's unfortunate, and a replay of Santana getting it wrong. Our Summit Point winner not having a great opening lap here at Lime Rock. Here they go through the first chicane then and up the hill. That's Kelly being chased by Miller into the second chicane. This is such a tricky chicane, and a lot of people don't like it, but if you can get the line right, it's actually quite a nice corner to drive.
Certainly, it's really inviting on the entry. Trying to find the word there, entry. But it really punishes you on the exit. But Kelly got it started, got it off the line without wheel spin, so he's done the first part right. Now it's a case of holding off Miller for like 30 odd laps.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So with a 54 second lap, it is going to be like a 31 lap race, isn't it? So we're looking at Larson there, and
that's
Malarin.
Dixon, I think. His He seems to have lost his livery.
Ah, okay.
It's not quite right.
Yes, and who's that running wide? That's Tourmalarin in the Alfa Romeo-inspired livery. Oliver Walker there, and Winsley from the ETM getting involved as well.
Tourmalarin has got like a very similar livery at the moment to Nathan Parker, who's got his Target livery, inspired by the recent article on him and his bad luck. That's Miller's making a move.
That's Miller. Wow, Miller through. So they're taking the lead from Gavin Kelly then into turn 1.
Didn't take long, did it?
No, indeed. That was a great move. So, Rob Miller now in the lead of the race then. Gavin Kelly, can he fight back? There's Merrin Hugavin. He's had a tremendous start to his Limit of Adhesion campaign, hasn't he? He got a podium last time out, and he's currently running P3 in his second race.
Yeah, he started as you mean to go on. He's certainly done that.
Absolutely.
He's in a battle with Garlick and Miller's teammate, Hankin.
Yeah, nice to see Tony Hankin running well as well. He had a podium last time out. There's Chris White in his Batman car. And that was a very tight entry into the chicane. That's Sam Stott then looking at a very demolished car. QRS team member.
It's interesting to see if Miller can get away here, or whether Kelly can keep up with him.
Yeah.
Their practice times were pretty much identical, as well as their qualifying time.
Great point, yeah. So, and also, is it James Garlick as well, who was looking good in practice?
And Namath, but Namath obviously looks like he's out.
Yeah, that's a massive replay of Namath then. So he's dropping it on. Oh, nearly hit his teammate and
was collected by Stott.
Yeah, that's a big shame. Josh has shown very well this season, but he's just in terms of raw pace, but he's just had some unfortunate results, especially the last couple of races, hasn't he?
Yeah. This is from Stott's point of view. Okay. There's a couple of cars off there. Oh, no.
Yeah.
There's a Rumblebees.
That's Costa.
That was Costa, yeah. Oh, and into Gary as well.
Oh, Jones as well. So doesn't look like the A-team will be scoring any points this race then. Look at this then. This is Winslade attacking Walker into T1, and he's done it.
Nicely done there.
Yeah, nice move. So that's Winslade up to 10th, then Walker down to 11th.
Obviously, Winslade, the winner of last season's Lime Rock round.
Yes, and his only single-seater win to date. Obviously, the victory at Spa in the unfancied Ford GT3. We're looking at Highfield then, attacking White as they come through this chicane. Oh no! Chris White just clipping the sausage curb, and Adams lost his front wing.
Or has he? It looks like it's back.
Oh, is it one of these mysterious fixes?
It looks like it was a temporary, but yeah, we'll see.
Oh, that's a shame. So, Rob Miller with fastest lap of 53.9. This is Richards then, under attack from Dixon in his slightly unfamiliar livery. And we've seen a sneak preview of the LB livery for the Dallara F3 for next season. And it's so shiny and pretty.
It is, yes.
I like it a lot. Here they come then down to that first chicane. So a very short lap, as we've said many times, and quite interesting that we've ended the season with these two short tracks after a pair of very long tracks in Suzuka and Spa.
Yeah, I think it was Larson. Is it Larson?
Larson, yeah. Yes. Yeah, it looks to be Larson in the orange Jägermeister car. He's tweaked his livery, hasn't he? So he's put more of the black finish on the rear of the car.
Here comes
Dixon to the outside. Oh, is he going to go around the long way? That'd be hard to do. Santana's coming back up through the field as well. He's in behind them, look.
Oh, he's just nipped past.
Yeah, so he's just getting past the lapped Larson then.
Yeah.
Gosh, look at that chicane. It's yeah.
It's satisfying when you get it right.
Yeah, I think all of this track actually is it's a satisfying track to run. I do prefer the one without chicanes, but it's quite pleasant. It's nice when you get it hooked up, but yeah,
certainly.
The 30 laps difficult.
It's like Miller and Kelly are pretty much even Stevens at the front.
second gap between them, but they pretty much checked out from this battle here then. This is Hugavin versus Garlick. Here they come through T1. It's so exciting though with these new drivers that we've had join the league, like Merrin that we're looking at on screen and Richard Santana. You just feel like they're going to be real competitors and challengers for the F3 season. And Chris White as well, although he's currently running 14th, so he's had a bit of a difficult start to this one.
Yeah, he showed well in the Formula Vs that we tested the other week.
He did indeed, yeah.
Until
look at that,
Kelly hit him.
Nathan Parker making a move then for 5th place.
They've put up Kelly for some reason here.
So what's happened to Kelly then? You're right, he's suddenly 5 seconds behind Miller. He was just a second behind.
Must have been a mistake.
Hope we get a replay, but look at this. Hugavin right in the slipstream, and he's pulling to the inside as they come down to T1. That was Malarin coming out the pit lane, and he's done it. Hugavin up to 2nd place then. That's one better than his 3rd place at Summit Point. Oh, just nearly lost the rear of the car as he came out of the big bend there. Just nicely held and recovered. Oh, and who was that? That was Malarin dropping it, wasn't it? Did you just see that?
Yeah,
there he is.
There he is.
Just appearing backwards into the frame. So look at that, Garlick then onto the back of Kelly as well. So whatever the mistake was that Kelly's made, he's being punished for it quite heavily.
We'll check his pace. Looks like he's a bit off the pace now.
Is he damaged? So Miller now 6 seconds in the lead from Hugavin.
There's Garlick right on the tail.
Yeah. Garlick diving to the inside. Kelly's got to be damaged then. Is he going to have to make a repair? But that's just going to cost him so much time. It's such a difficult decision to make, isn't it? Whether you can just keep running 2 seconds a lap slow or dive into the pits for a quick repair, which is going to cost you probably, 20 seconds anyway?
Yeah, you have to look at what you're losing and work out, kind of make that time back up again with the laps that are left. A quick bit of mental arithmetic. But look at that. Parker's already going to pass him into the chicane here.
Wow, into the chicane, that's brave, and that's the second time we've seen Parker. Oh, he's hit the curb! Kelly diving to avoiding reaction, and that's Hankin, isn't it? Who's just sort of taking full advantage. He's just taken Kelly, and now he's looking to punish Parker for that mistake.
Hankin must have made a mistake as well, because he was fighting with Hugavin and Garlick.
Yeah, that was a good point, actually.
He's dropped back behind Parker. He must have also made a mistake. Can you get him back here?
Here he is, and diving to the inside. No, Parker's just closed the door nicely.
It looked like there was still space, but then Hankin changed his mind and went to the outside.
Yeah. So Kelly has chosen to replay then. Here he is in the pit lane. That's the quick repair done, and away he goes.
Where's he coming out in 10th place?
10th place, yeah. So there's Hugavin and there's Garlick chasing him down. This is going to be a decent battle for 2nd place here. Replay of Kelly's incident then. It's in the first chicane. Oh, he's just missed the corner. Oh, wow. He's just hit something in the grass and that took the car off the ground.
It's a bit of a little bump there. It's like a
ramp,
really.
Yeah. And there's a replay of Malarin just dropping it and the left-hander. There's so few corners on this track that they are literally called big bend, left-hander, right-hander.
Oh, it looked like he scared Larson off into the tyres. It wasn't really in the way, but it looked like, yeah.
I'm impressed that Kelly managed to do that mental arithmetic, because this track is so short that you don't get much time to rest and think about things while you're driving. What did he take?
He took 2 or 3 laps to come in, so he needed a lap to do another lap to see what time he got, and then I guess the next lap come in.
Yes, that's right, yeah, just to analyse it and realise it was just way too slow.
If you're losing 2 seconds a lap over a 50...
Oh, look at that, Richard's just locking out, sorry, just to interrupt you there. Sorry, you were saying, yeah, so 2 seconds a lap over, what is it, 54 seconds?
50, yeah, then it is a lot of time to be losing, so I think it makes sense to come back in.
Yeah, here comes Santana on Richards then, punishing him for that lock-up into the chicane. And he's made the move stick, so Santana is now up to 6th place then, ahead of Gary Richards.
It's a good recovery after his poor start.
Yeah. And here comes Hankin then chasing Nathan Parker. This is the battle for 4th and 5th.
Yeah, lost a bit of time in the chicane there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the track map. I didn't even notice we didn't have it.
Oh, I had actually. I was looking to see. Yeah, so start
Technical gremlins.
Yes. So let's just talk a little bit about this Formula Renault 2.0 season, because it's been a pretty immense season in my opinion. The battle between Rob and Dave especially has been tremendous, isn't it?
It has, yeah. It's like, it looks on the face of it that Dave's dominated, Line's dominated, but as he said himself, he's just always been there to score points. And he has quite a terrible conversion rate from poles to wins. So
he does.
He hasn't dominated as it would first seem, but he's so consistent.
Yeah. Well, I'm also thinking about, so if we think about Brands Hatch, for example, where Rob had had a couple of accidents, didn't he, and was out of the race, and Mark Tranter was leading comfortably, but he was just trying to set fastest lap after fastest lap, and he crashed twice and put himself out of contention.
Oh, well, that was Brands, and he also did that at Alton, didn't he? He was leading quite comfortably at Alton Park.
Oh, and he had that awful error out of turn one,
which gave us a maiden victory for Garlick.
It did, yeah. But also, nice. Watkins Glen as well, where Rob overtook Dave and was leading the race, but then ran out of fuel.
Yeah, I mean, all his competitors have been struck down by various failures or fuel running out or just having off days, haven't they? But he hasn't had an off day, and that's why he can sit out this last race.
Yes, yeah. So we were just looking at Winslade there. He's back down in 11th place, whereas Walker, who'd overtook earlier, is now running in 8th. So another error we haven't seen, but yeah, it just shows you that this track is biting our drivers out. We're looking at Hoogeveen then. He's still being chased by Garlick. There he is in the slipstream as they come to Big Bend.
Thank you, Chris.
See from Parker? No. There is Parker. And Hankin is so close behind him. Santana reeling him in as well, so he's having a lovely recovery drive. Oh, sorry, that's Chris White, isn't it, behind them?
Yeah.
I beg your pardon. So a lapped Chris White is behind them, but Santana is the car behind him in terms of the order, and he's about 6 seconds back at the moment.
So Miller now has a 10-second lead after only 16 laps. That's a performance.
That is indeed, yeah. But he's without sort of Mark Tranter, without Line in the race, then with Kelly's incident earlier, then he can just cruise now, can't he?
I imagine Kelly's kicking himself because he's matching his pace. I'm watching the timing screen, and it's been about that the whole time.
Wow.
About 34 seconds. Oh, yeah, well, it's been a season of what could have been for Kelly. A couple of wins thrown away and a disconnection. Who's
yes.
that? Santana's off.
That's Santana making another mistake. That's at the top chicane then. And
that's
just
position
reversing.
for Kelly.
Here comes Kelly. Is that Kelly going for it? No, that was Malaren, sorry, I beg your pardon, in the Alfa Romeo livery. And we saw Hoogeveen having a little lock-up before we cut away as well. Was that a second one for him there at the bottom chicane? So this battle for second place is tightening up.
Yeah, Garlick's obviously applying the pressure, and Hoogeveen's feeling it.
He is, yeah.
Let's see how their lap times compare. So Miller's done a 54.5. Let's see what the chasers are doing.
Here comes Hankin.
Yeah,
still chasing
55s.
Parker. Getting into the...
He doesn't want to go for that inside, does he?
No, but he was just trying to take even more slipstream, but...
No, you could never get enough slipstream.
He's forced Parker wide, but... Oh, Parker's cutting in...
That's going to give him the outside for this next corner, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it looks like Hankin's shaping up for the up and under once he comes out of right-hander here. But it's quite a narrow run. When you're in the car, because of that sort of little zigzag as it comes down the hill, it's not easy to run side by side down there.
No. Thought about it until the chicane as well.
Well, he did, yeah, but I mean, you need to be firmly alongside and hope that the driver is very aware that you're there to make that move stick.
Yeah, and I bet he's also considering that Parker is a contact magnet. He always seems to make contact in the race, so Hankin probably doesn't want to be making contact with him.
True. Parker's had an awful run of luck, as we've detailed on our website.
Extensively.
Here they come again, then. It's such a quick lap, isn't it?
Obviously reminiscent of last season's battle at the front. It's
yes, that was intense as well. Great race that was. Well worth a rewatch if you have time. We have some drivers busily working on the Dallara F3 cars ready for next season, which will be starting in July. Very exciting seeing new liveries being prepared and hearing about testing times. So first race will be at Interlagos.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
First visit for the LOA in single-seaters at Interlagos, so that'd be cool. Garlick looking to the outside as they come to T1, but he's a bit too far back this time. But he's just set a personal best, has Garlick. So let's see, can we see what battles? So obviously this is the battle for second place. That's it's still shaping up like a very good battle. Shame that Santana fell down. He's currently running in 11th, which has promoted Winslade back up to 10th and into the points.
Yeah, and last of the non-lapped cars, although it looks like that won't be the case for much longer, because Miller's only a few seconds behind him.
Wow, it's crazy, yeah. Then, yeah, Miller is running astonishing pace and not making mistakes, whereas everyone else behind him... Look at this thing. Garlick to the inside. He's alongside, and he's just nosing ahead as they come into Big Bend. Wow, Hugovin's gone right round the outside, look. Just braked a fraction later. What a great bit of defensive driving there from Meren Hugavin.
Seems a corner that you can defend on the outside, doesn't it? Tranter's done that in the past.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's entirely possible, but...
in Season 1 in the Radical.
Yeah. Well, Meren will be hoping for a smock and a pancake when he gets to the end of this one. Yeah, you can just see how they have to sort of keep rotating the car on the entry to that chicane. It's sort of hidden around that quite fast bend on the way in, you're like, why am I having to take it so slowly? It's like, oh yeah, because of that really tight chicane coming up. Here we go again then. Garlick to the inside again. Oh, and I think he's done it this time. I think he timed that to perfection. No! Who was that? That's Hankin just clipping into Parker. Oh, the damaged magnet once again.
It's happened again.
Sorry, Nathan. Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
The break.
Oh dear.
Well, Nathan seemed quite sanguine about it. Well, that one will head to the stewards inevitably then. So, James Garlick up to second place. Here we go. That's Winslade now ahead of Dixon. So, up to 9th. These guys...
Dixon's had a slow lap there, like a 101.
Yeah, I think he must have dropped it. All these guys, as I said before, are having issues and spinning and making mistakes. And look at that. If you look at the track map, you can see that Miller is heading down that straight to this chicane just behind him. And in fact, if we stay on the shot, there he is. So he's closing in to lap the 9th, 10th and 11th.
It's like a shark.
And round goes Winslade. Look, he's cocked it up.
Oh,
he's going to have to wait.
Drops him out of the points. That's a shame.
Yeah, but he had to wait for Miller to get through there. So nicely, because you had to reverse back onto the track. Nicely done waiting for the safe rejoin. So Garlick hasn't dropped Hugavin, although the gap is about 0.8. Is that Larson running slow down the main straight yet, just to let Garlick and Hugavin through? I just saw Winslade's just popped up ahead of Dixon again, which means Dixon's made another mistake. Wow, it's just going to be who doesn't make
It's
any
mistake
mistakes
table tennis, it looks like.
It really is, yeah. Here's Ollie Walker then. He's running 7th, having a great drive. He was down the back of the grid at the start. Look, up 13 places.
Well, look who's hunting him.
Here comes Kelly. Gary Richards currently running in 6th place, and it's really sad that this will be Gary's final full-time race with the LOA for the time being. He's decided that the amount of practice he's having to put in for these races is too much, so he wants to step back for a little while. Replay of this is Hankin trying to pass Parker then, so he was on the inside. As we see Chris White just get it wrong. Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like he just went a bit into the back of him.
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, so your thoughts on Gary's leaving? It's a big shame, isn't it? It's been a great member of the league.
I'm sure Williams will miss all the points that he brings in.
Yeah, he does bring good points. Oh no! That's Jake Weaver just taking out Garlick from 2nd place in the race. He was being lapped.
We're going to let you have it after we got through there.
Well, it looks like his drive shaft is broken.
Yeah, that's going to be a tow job, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Ah, what a huge, huge shame there for James Garlick, who was having a tremendous run and had done all the hard work passing Merrin to take 2nd place. And that's promoted Hankin up to 3rd.
Looks like he thought Weather was letting him pass, but looks like Weather didn't realise he was letting him pass.
Yeah, and Parker was 4th, but what's happened here? He's just plummeted several places. Oh, he made a mistake at the top chicane. Yeah, so as you say, yeah, Weaver thought he was letting him through, but they're just a misunderstanding in the chicane there. Always better to try and let them through on the straights, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Even if you had to slam on the anchors, so, yeah.
Miller's lead is now 20 seconds.
Absolutely incredible. That's basically half a lap round here.
Yeah.
So yeah, in season 4 we'll be having a 30 driver field, and anyone like Gary who is moving to our reserve list, so he will be able to race whenever there is a free spot, and I expect there will be most weeks because not everyone can make every single race, inevitably. Here's Kelly shaping up on Walker to the inside, and I think that's pretty much job done, isn't it? There's poor old James Garlick recovering then. He's rejoined in 11th place. Kelly's done the job and he's up to 5th place, which just shows you what a race of attrition this has become.
Yeah, and it looks like it shows that it was the right idea to pit, because I don't think he would be that high up being 2 seconds a lap off the pace.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And there is Gary Richards just ahead of him. So if he can nab him, he can get 4th place here.
Yeah, and Hankin, I think it's a bit too far out of reach.
5 minutes to go. Yeah, I think you might be right. Wow. Kelly wants this one bad. Look at that. Richards diving to the inside to defend it. Kelly went with him to take all the slipstream. And round they go into Big Bend. Richards on the inside, Kelly on the outside, but Kelly's going to have the inside as they come to the left-hander. And he's done it. That's James Garlick unlapping himself from Walker behind. Oh no! Oh no, it's happened again! In the right-hander, Richards is in the wall, Kelly's been turned round.
What is it with people and doing that to Kelly at that turn?
Well, he just invites it, doesn't he?
Oh, of course, yes.
Kelly down to 6th place and Richards in the pits. Oh, that's a devastating way to finish, as we said, this full-time racing.
Yeah, it's a very second-hand looking car.
He needs to come back. Here's race leader then. We haven't seen him on screen for a little while. And who's that behind him? That's Santana, isn't it? So Santana a lap down now. He's lapped everyone up to the top 6.
Yep.
Amazing
That's incredible pace.
Well, and consistency as well. Here's a replay then. So Gary, as they came through the left-hander,
he drove into a gap that was always going to close.
Yeah, sadly so.
And Kelly's still running. Looks like he's catching Parker.
Oh, well, we wait for the inevitable contact for 5th place then.
Between teammates, yes.
Yeah, he's promoted Walker up to 4th then.
Yeah, as you say, he was at the back, wasn't he? So that's a great rise up through the order for Walker. Just keeping it on the track and keeping it consistent.
Yes. Yeah, started low down, but he's just driven superbly. Here's Parker then, currently running it in 5th. And there's Kelly behind him, homing in.
Parker's already shown that he's good at defending because of his constant defence against Hankin.
Yeah.
Although obviously it went wrong in the end.
But if we look at the lap 29, there was 0.8 of a difference where presumably Parker made a little error on that lap. Not as big as the error he made in lap 25 though, when he lost 10 seconds.
I think it's this chicane on the power. It's so easy to lose it at the exit.
Yeah. You need to be patient. So in a couple of minutes left of this race then, here they come, the two stupid Aguris down the main straight. And they must be thinking what might have been.
Still, this is a good points paying position for the team, so I can't remember actually how close they are to the next team in the championship. I should probably have that in my notes.
We should wait and see then, yes. But Miller and Hankin running first and third for the little and large team. That's pretty much championship confirmed, isn't it, in the teams?
Yeah, seeing as Jones is out from the start. Yep, it's all over for the A team. So Stupid Aguri will be handing over the team's championship trophy to little and large.
Yes, indeed, and we're hoping that Jones is going to make a more of a full-time return to the F3 championship next time out. It's been a bit frustrating for Line having a one-man team.
Well, of course, Kelly obviously thought Batty would be taking part a bit more, but was not to be.
Sleepy Steve. I understand he has been quite busy. He sent me an update recently. He's been building a factory, so it sounds like that's now up and running. So yeah.
Well, that would certainly wear you out, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. So he's looking forward to returning to the championship next time out.
It's like a mistake from Parker. He's slow at the
chicane. Yeah, and is he aware that his teammate's there? This is certainly an unconventional overtaking place, but if he can get a good exit from here, Kelly, then he's going to shape him up and do him down the main straight. Here they come. Parker was looking all out, a bit ragged as they came through that last couple of corners there. Did you see?
On to the last lap, I think.
Yeah, good point. In fact, you're seeing the flag out already, so yeah, this must be the last lap of the race. Miller has now won the race then. Rob Miller winning the final Formula Renault 2.0 race in the Limited Adhesion Season 3. Here comes Kelly then, still fighting hard with Parker. Oh, they came to the right-hander, but Parker's done it. Do you think Kelly was just being like, not again, and let off?
Well, I think he'd show you how to avoid a contact into that corner. You don't drive into that gap.
Savage.
Yeah, very.
Maren Hoogovin has just come home second place then. So a third and a second in 2 races. That's an incredible start to his Limited Adhesion campaign. Tony Hankin coming home for a second podium in a row. Where's that pace been hiding all season?
Absolutely. Oh, look at the celebrations down the back end of the straight there.
There's a lot of donutting going on. And there they come then, Parker and Kelly finishing the race. Is that the last 2 cars that had to finish because everyone else had been lapped?
That's right, yep.
Not done wrong.
Here from Nathan there. Lots of lovely donuts going on.
Yeah, I don't need those tyres anymore.
No.
Hello, Gnome.
Hello, Gnome. So, final race classifications then. Rob Miller, a superbly dominant victory, and Maren Hugevin taking his second podium out of 2 races, and Tony Hankin 2 podiums from last 2 races as well. Oliver Walker an amazing climb up to 4th place in the race from Nathan Parker in 5th, Gavin Kelly in 6th. Richard Santana comes home in 7th ahead of Paul Dixon in 8th, and 9th was Winslade from the ETM. 10th was James Garlick, 11th was Chris White, 12th Roberto Costa, Richards was in 13th, 14th Jake Weaver, Larson, and I ran out of seeing who else was there. Championship standings then, David Lyon, Rob Miller in 2nd still, 3rd was Mark Tranter still, so no change in the order, but it was only 4 points was the gap at the end. James Garlick in 4th, Gavin Kelly 5th, 6th Dixon, Highfield, Bibby, Hankin and Santana nipping up to 10th after that amazing win, and look at that, Hugevin as well nipping up to 11th. 13th and 14th for the 2 ETM drivers, pushed all the way down there then at the end. Disappointing season for those guys. And then we can see Oliver Walker, Parker, Burnett, Weaver, White, Batty, Weaver, Schooling, The Ledge, Sam O'Neill, Caleb Selner, Roberto Costa, Sam Stott and Turmalarin 28th. And then you got Gary Jones, Zach Hyland, Jason Larson and Tyne van Wittenboer. Minus 17. Definitely a Hall of Shame result there.
That'll take some beating.
It will. So let's see the team standings then. Final classifications, Little and Large confirmed as teams champions, 219 points to the A teams 170. So well done to Rob Miller and Tony Hankin on taking the teams championship. Williams confirmed in 3rd. Stupid Aguirre's big result there took him up to 4th place. And just ahead of LB Racing, Kairos Competition, Rumblebees were in 7th, 8th with the ETM. Team Shelf Squirrel on 9th, 10th Rabbit Hole Motorsports, 11th QRS and 12th Jägermeister on minus 9. That was Larson's couple of contacts earlier on in the season.
Yeah, it was a shame because then he was okay, but he just hasn't been lucky with the points.
Yeah, indeed. So, a fantastic season has drawn to a close. We've now just got the team's endurance race taking place. Might be some live footage coming on during that race. Keep an eye out for if we go live for that. And then the Radical Invitation on June 27th. So do tune in for our live broadcast of that race event. 3 races. That's going to be a lot of fun, isn't it?
Should be, yeah. Looking forward to it.
So as a reminder, you can find us at limitofadhesion.com, facebook.com/limitofadhesion. Don't forget to like and subscribe the videos and come say hi on our happy little Discord. Jools, thank you for joining me this season. It's been tremendous.
It's been a pleasure and look forward to commentating with you next season.
Absolutely. Take care, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.